Good morning. My name is Elizabeth Phillips. Today we're going to be talking about human dignity and imprisonment, and we're going to be comparing prisons between the United States and Norway. So first of all, a majority of the prisons in the United States, a very good chunk of them are for-profit prisons, which means that the more individuals that go to jail, the more time that individuals spend in jail means more money comes to people. Um, so if you were to look this up on Google, the first result that you would see is a private prison or for-profit prison is a place where people are imprisoned by a third party that is contracted by a government agency. Such contracts may be for the operation only of a facility for design, construction, and operation. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop up an image right here of the United States, and it pretty much shows how many for-profit prisons we have. How focused certain states are on for-profit prisons and whatnot. So, for example, the states in the dark blue are 30% or more. The states in the kind of lighter blue, 20 to 30%. Then we have 10 to 20, 0.1 to 10, and then good old Arkansas and a couple other states have no private prisons. And what these private prisons are, what they do is rather than focusing on rehabilitating individuals and preparing them for the future, making them better, getting them ready for society, they keep them in prison. They just keep them there. The longer they can keep an individual there, the more people they can put in there, the more money that goes in their pockets, um, which is really, really not a good driver concerning prison and how much time an individual spends there. Um, Another thing that concerns me is the homeless rate on prisons. So, for example, let me get this pulled up real quick. 5,000 or 553,742 people were homeless. They were pronounced homeless in the United States in the year 2017. So, it's not really a shock that a lot of them would choose prison over living on the streets. If they live in prison, they get fed, they get a bed, they get shelter, they get taken care of. Um, so not really surprising that some individuals would actually pick this over other things. And I actually have a chart here. I'm going to pop it right by my head right there. And it's pretty much like a little bar graph. It shows the rate of homeless people that become incarcerated. So their homeless rate before. So you'll kind of get an idea of how many people have been incarcerated more than once, how many have been incarcerated only once, and you'll kind of notice that a lot of people have already been incarcerated before. They were homeless, they've been incarcerated, they get incarcerated again. It's really not a good rehabilitation thing that the United States is doing with their prisons as far as things go. Rather than taking care of their prisoners and making sure they're okay, they just keep them, let them go. And then they get them again, keep them, let them go. It's kind of like a never-ending cycle. Now, the best part about Norway prisons is that they don't make money based on how many people they have or how long a prisoner pretty much serves in jail, time they serve in jail. Instead, their only purpose is to rehabilitate those who visit their prisons and prepare them for the outside world. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop up an image. We'll do it on this side this time. An image right here. And this is pretty much a picture of what Norway prisons look like. It looks like a bedroom. They get a bed, they get a TV, they get a chance to study, go to school, rehabilitate themselves, and get themselves ready for the outside world. Nobody's making money based on how much time they spend there. They're staying there based on how well they feel they're ready for the outside world. Now, I was looking at a website. It's called BorgenProject.org, and they put out a little statement over the benefits of Norway's prison system. In a research paper published in 2019, and this is a direct quote, the authors focused specifically on the impact of prisoners of the economy. It highlighted ideologies and results of the unique prison system. So first of all, the population of prisoners that were reincarcerated means more individuals were able to contribute to Norway's economy. Second, among the prison population that was unemployed prior to being arrested, there's a 34% increase in this group partaking in job training courses and a 40% increase in employment rates. So basically, Norway's prison systems are rehabilitating people, getting them ready, getting them in jobs, good to go, helping them go to school, helping them be better people, and they're making the world a better place. They're increasing employment rates. They're getting in there. They're starting their jobs. They're making better versions of themselves. And what I love about this website so much is just the fact that they point out all the good. They point out all the bad, but there's a lot more good than there is bad. Um, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop up a chart right here. And this is a comparison between the United States, Norway, and Western Europe. So what this chart describes is how many people are being incarcerated a year. If you'll notice, the United States skyrockets up there. Skyrockets. It does not level out. It does not fix itself. This is because of our for-profit systems, or for-profit prisons. These for-profit prisons are pretty much allowing people to arrest others and put them in prison, and instead of rehabilitating them, they just keep them there. Norway and Western Europe have different prisons where they rehabilitate people, get them back out there, and if you'll notice, their prison rate really doesn't increase too much. It goes from 50 to 100 in, let's see, from 1980 to 2014. That is a very large difference. That's a good 34-year difference, I believe. And then the United States is just way out there. Um, so, what I would like to say is Norway prisons are by far, by far better than the United States prisons. They take care of their prisoners, they get them back out there in the world, and then as far as the United States prisons go, they really don't put any attention on rehabilitating their prisoners. They really don't. Um, what they do is they imprison people, they keep them there, and they keep a cycle going where that individual feels that they're safer and they're better off in prison rather than making a better version of themselves because nobody believes in them, supports them, and gives them the right materials to help them succeed.